What is going on, everybody? Satoshi here and welcome back to another trio of Savior videos. Today I'm going to cover the new item that has been added to the Mercenary batch shop and which specific item you should avoid and purchase daily. This shop is located in all three major cities such as Capetta, Orsa, and Feti. Now, first thing first though, I do want to cover a simple way to obtain mercenary badges since the new update has changed and add quite a lot of content that allow players to earn these badges directly from a specific content. This will include uphill, dimensional rift, gem fuse, war boss, and lastly PvP. Uphill points are no longer usables and player can convert all their uphill points from the uphill NPC which is located in Solace. Now I do recommend converting at least 100 uphill points instead of doing one by one. Converting 100 uphill points will provide 1,400 badges in total, while converting 100 points one by one will only give 1,000 badges. This doesn't sound very complicated, but it does offer the best conversion rate from uphill point to mercenary badges for the second option, so to make sure to take advantages of that as soon as possible. The next one is Dimensional Collapse Point, aka Dimensional Rift. This content is available for a character of level 440 or above. The Dimensional Collapse Point is a typical party content which can only be entered at episode 12 map. This includes West Jungles, Shelter, Fortress, Outskirt, Ruin, and POD. You can actually solo this content, but it will require heavy geared characters. This content is very similar to challenge mode but way much more difficult as there are numerous gimmicks that can deliver a fatal blow for both solo and parties. This includes Ice Wall, Lighting, Time Bombs, Rockfall, Breed, and Meteors. Player will be rewarded with mercenary badges and different kind of items based on the stage that they clear. There is also a bonus rate which applies based on the stage that your party clear. I also include IMC Dimensional Collapse Point online beginner guides in the video description below, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. The third one is Team Fuse. This is a team deathmatch content where players spawn at a specific fixed location. Both teams will have their own mercenary NPC where they can deliver crystal by killing monster, crystal mine, or stealing it from players by killing them to earn points for their team. This content can be very frustrating sometimes because there's no way to tell whether you have a good team or not, so I do not recommend trying your hardest to win the game, but farming the crystals for monster or crystal mine instead. This will heavily reward your characters with high amount of mercenary badges even though you're likely to lose their match. Also, there are two different phases of the game. The first phase is based on fixed gears, so you don't have to worry about bringing in your own gears because the system will provide you some coins for you to purchase the in-game Gem Fuse equipment. This equipment will come with high transcendent and hide and view values. The second phase is gear based, and you're likely to fight against long-term players who already have high values or overpowered gears, so don't even bother to fight them, just focus on farming crystal and move on. Next, we have the Warpath System. This system actually came along with a new update a few days ago and offers several different rewards based on the total damage that was done to the Warp Boss. This includes Mercenary Badges, Magic Stone, Shining Demon Cube, and Brutal Metals. If you're new to the game, I personally recommend picking up a Cleric or Wizard class since they have a higher chance of survival against the Warp Boss while dealing damage. More importantly, try to reach 4 million damage in total if you're under gears, and 3 bill or 5 bills total damage if you have a geared characters. You can farm up to 40,000 mercenary badges weekly and you manage to land 3 billion damage in total. Lastly, we have TBL, aka Team Battle League. This is another PvP content that heavily depends on gears. However, the new update actually changed several things for TBL in terms of reward and penalty. The reward includes TBL points and 300 additional mercenary badges up to 3 times whether you win or lose the matchup. The penalty includes temporary bans for a certain amount of time for those who cancel the TBL matching process. The reward doesn't seem a lot, but personally, it does promote play to try out the TBL's contents. However, if you don't like PvP, I would just avoid it. So that's pretty much every content that offers mercenary badges as reward. Next, I'm going to cover some of the items that you should buy and avoid from the mercenary badge shop. Starting with the first item is the Borobudur Car. This card gives 300 healing power in total at level 10 and 900 if you use all 3 cards in the blue slot. I personally find this card to be the best in slot for healer and support at the moment, not only because you are getting a huge flat healing bonus power, but it also synergizes really well with Scare Compassion healing passive buff. However, there is a trade-off between Borobudur Car and Zara Car for physical defense and Noel for magical defense. You might find your character extremely weak against physical or magical damage, but you can also make up for it by using legendary demon Lord Zara or Noel Car. If you're playing as a support and using one-handed weapon with shield, then you should be fine without any additional defensive blue car, especially for priest because you have a defensive buff ability which increases physical defense by a huge percent amount. Additionally, this car has a resale value of 10 up to 20 million silver for a clean Borobudur Car, but it'll take quite a while to sell it. Next we have Maria Elite Car. I personally find this card useless because you get a better bonus effect by using Armor's Car, which gives you 3000 shields, HP for 10 seconds at 10% chance. Plus there is no cooldown. While Maria Car has 30 second cooldowns, also you need at least 3 level of Maria Car to get 15% bonus of maximum HP as a shield. So if you take 100,000 HP multiplied by 15%, that is 15,000 shield in total, 200,000 for 30,000 shields, and so on. If this card doesn't have the cooldown, this card wouldn't be the best defensive card compared to Armor's Car. Is it worth buying? No, definitely not at the moment. For the third purchase option, we have the old Legends enchantment card. This is a rare night chain for those who have been using Demon Lord Legend card as a folder, but this card does take a huge amount of cards to level it up. So if you have not read the legendary card guides by Krabos, I highly recommend checking it out. The link of the guide will be available in the video description below. Other than that, I would only buy this card if you're willing to spend time and resources to level it up. Silver Inker Extractions. This is a great item to convert a unique rare equipment into Inker. I will only purchase this item if you're investing your time into extracting a unique rare or Vivora items into Inkers. For the next 3 items that I'm going to cover, these are the best items that you should purchase daily as much as possible because they offer the best value in terms of reselling and farming. These items include Goddess Flesh Gems, Challenge Mode Reset Scroll, and Dimensional Collapse Scroll. If you manage to clear stage 10 or above Dimensional Collapse point daily, you will make enough Mercenary badges to buy these 3 items, not to mention the fact that Goddess Flesh Gems are going around 800k up to 1 million silver per gems. That's like free 4.5 million silvers every single day right there. This also applies for the Reset Scroll as well because you'll be able to make at least 5 million silvers in total by clearing stage 5 up to stage 7 while selling all the powders and materials. To add it all up, you can make around 9 up to 10 million silver every single day by doing all this stuff. There are several specific items that you should purchase only if you need them. This includes level chain enchantment card, instantly level up any boss card from 1 to 10, Medal of Honor Baruta. I would not purchase this item unless you need Magic Stone. Other than that, the War Boss give player at least 5 Magic Stone weekly, so you can expect a huge price drops for Magic Stone over time. 7-star Gem Bracelets only if you need level 9 gem instantly. Preeminent Awakening Stone to unlock additional status for your equipment, Superior Urgent Repair Kit for outside repair like a Unique and Legend Dungeon, Legend Jewel for higher chance of getting better status, All Color Monster Album for album parties, which is pretty nice by the way, Kedoran's Special Potion, only if you don't have enough defense gear against Warp Boss. This is a great starting potion if you're planning to try out the Warp Boss, also it only costs 200 badges. And lastly, 1000 attribute point ticket. Do not purchase this ticket unless you really need it because you can easily get them through the Legend Ray, Earth Tower, and Uphill Defense. For the Laser Panda Box, I would not purchase this item because the amount of crit rate and critical attack buff that you're getting from the Panda is pretty much worthless. Plus, it's cost 252,000 Mercenary badges, and with that amount of badges, you can easily purchase Goddess Flesh Gems, Channel Mode Reset Scroll, and Dimensional Reset Scroll every single day. However, it is still a great collectible item. I would still recommend getting this pet if you have a huge amount of Mercenary badges. Now, the rest of the items for the Mercenary shops include Uphill accessory and cosmetic, such as Corners accessory, a big balloon, cat ear, nesting chicken, and so on. I personally would only purchase the Uphill accessory as a temporary equipment until you get your hand on the Demon Lord accessory or Morinponia as Legend accessory. However, with that being said, the Healing Corner accessory is still by far the second best in slot accessory for healer and support. Well, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video provided you guys some insight on the new Mercenary badge shops. This is Sandwichin once again, and I will see you all next time. Later!